Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz.
To Deshaun Jackson. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed.
And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, Damontae Kazee. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
On the double. Mike 57. All jet. Every jet.
Here's Gurley.
Check 26. Check 26.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets them a yard to the 26. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Wentz. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
82, solid. Hey, box truck.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
To throw is Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Here we go. Back man. 180.
Me and you all day.
They'll run with Sanders, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll try to run with Sanders. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Set. 53. Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
From the gun, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Buchanan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's 2nd down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, wahoo!
Wentz now to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, Echo!
Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Brought down by Nate Gehrig.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Flushed out right. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Vick stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. From the red zone now, Vick. And that one's complete to Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And his kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 27, Vick. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On third down, Vick. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On third down, they turn to Sanders, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Corey Clement, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Right here. Hatch it. Check. 61. That's right.
Now here's Vick. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Pac-Man. 280!
Check, 43.
Sunday.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's second down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From midfield, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that, and even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Bandit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, empty. Kill.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Vick. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Throwing on second down. Vick. He completes it to Treadwell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Vick readies to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Malik Jackson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Vick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to...
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 17, Vick. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Vick to throw it. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Well, they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now Gurley, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
From the gun, Vick. This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Go. 20. 5-9.
Now this time Wentz will throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. And this is in the area of holding. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Who that? Who that? 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
He don't know no better.
Bravo. Hey, the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't
Vic to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now Michael Vick. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here's Vic. Looking deep downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First throw of overtime for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lion. Hey, 57.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. Now, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's now 3rd and 10.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder, a lot of
what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me.